Good evening and welcome to our very first ever Friday Vespers together during our time of lockdown and stay safe, stay healthy in Washington State or wherever you may be during this time of COVID-19 and the pandemic. I hope and pray that you are well and feeling safe and secure wherever you might be. And I'm glad you've decided to join me for this time of what I hope will be a time of peace and maybe blessing for you whenever you decide to do this. I thought we would do this time together in a basic format of beginning with a proverb, and then I'll read you some text from whatever book I've been reading recently and share whatever I've found most meaningful that I think will and hope will be meaningful to you as well. So I'd like to start with a proverb from the 19th chapter of the book of Proverbs, proverb number 8. To get wisdom is to love oneself. To keep understanding is to prosper. And the book I'm reading from this evening is Desmond Tutu's God Has a Dream, a Vision of Hope for Our Time. This comes from the beginning of chapter 7, Stillness. Hearing God's voice. Dear child of God, all of us are meant to be contemplatives. Frequently we assume that this is reserved for some rare monastic life, lived by special people who alone have been called by God. But the truth of the matter is that each one of us is meant to have that space inside where we can hear God's voice. God is available to all of us. God says, "Be still and know that I am God." Each one of us wants and needs to give ourselves space for quiet. We can hear God's voice most clearly when we are quiet, uncluttered, undistracted, when we are still. Be still, be quiet, and then you begin to see with the eyes of the heart. One image that I have of the spiritual life is of sitting in front of a fire on a cold day. We don't have to do anything. We just have to sit in front of the fire, and then gradually the qualities of the fire are transferred to us. We begin to feel the warmth. We become the attributes of the fire. It's like that with us and God. As we take time to be still and to be in God's presence, the qualities of God are transferred to us. I'd like you to pause for just a moment and be still. Just know. Be still and know God. Be still a moment and notice your breath. There is something that I like to do in times of stress, in times when I need to remember to be still and know, and that is to notice my breath. To breathe in slowly, to breathe out slowly, to breathe in God's Spirit, to breathe out the stress, to breathe in the Spirit and God's presence, to breathe out the chaos and whatever is disrupting my connection with God. I invite you to do the same tonight. Breathe in Spirit. Breathe out whatever is disrupting your life and causing you pain or despair or stress. Thank you for joining me. I wish you peace. Good night.